gotta be me, hey. Big night in the neon lights, living the high life when you play it right. Fantasies come to life, the galaxy's shining bright. We can dance all night if you want to. We don't need no sleep, what you gonna do? When the fight breaks out, gonna take some cloud, gonna twist and shout. Hey, no mountain high, I wouldn't climb. No valley low, I wouldn't go. In this world there ain't a ceiling up above. Can't find a name for this feeling, guess it's love, love, love. Can you feel it? The wilder spirit. That wilder spirit. I keep rising up. Oh, 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 yeah. Higher, higher, higher.
It's your favorite song, huh, Jada?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Give me that wild love. 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 Give me that wild love.
Very nice. Oceans.
Send me another link, B.
You're live, man. I see you.
Are we? I don't see it in the.
Oh, really?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
It should be the same one. All right.
Yeah, same one.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I guess the internet dumped. I don't know.
We got rugged.
Got rugged. Bro, we got an 800 meg connection now, almost a gigahertz connection. So
Word.
at least we're able to continue on with the same stream. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? But yeah, Jaden, your mom was telling me you're playing that song all weekend, huh?
Yeah.
You like that song?
Yeah.
I like that song too. I was hoping to hear some of our original music in the official launch of the devlog. Maybe in future ones. Phoenix had reached out and asked for MP3s on them all. Maybe it was just a little too last minute. But what do you think of all the gameplay?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was cool. I'm excited to see like more of the world.
Yeah.
I know starting off it's going to be driving, but it'll be cool to see. You know, I think that's only two city blocks too.
Let's share screen some of that, huh?
Yeah. Let's do that. I gotta go over here.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm almost ready.
Can't you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Wilder spirit. It's a catchy song, man.
No, I think so. I think it's great. Yeah, you're in it.
Excellent. All right. So now everybody can hear what my singing voice sounds like.
Is this where it started? Okay, that's where. So where is Freedom right now?
What are you looking at?
Your screen.
Boom. That one?
Yeah. Oh, it's the Hideout.
Yeah, it's the Hideout. Freedom and Frank.
I talked to Neo
Yep.
for a couple hours the other night. He's pretty cool.
Nice.
He said there's going to be an underground like tram system that the Hideout people can have access to.
Oh yeah, man. No, it's going to be pretty intense, man. I mean, you look, man, the Hideout is all cool, right? I think it's pretty sick, but I think our Hideout wheels need to be a little bit more intense. So some kind of cloaking device on the vehicles, like a cloaking skin that you could just put on it. So when you park, nobody can steal your car.
Oh, I like that.
Right? So, you know, and it's a skin too. So you might have to buy it in wild, something like that. So just some suggestions. Another thing I like about this game is just, you know, it's badass, but I want to see some ramps. You know what I mean?
Like
I want to be able to, like GTA, man. I mean, and they don't even have to be like ramps that are made just for jumping and they have the arrows and they tell you it's a ramp kind of a thing. No, kind of just like, you know, the architecture around the city.
Yeah.
Just being able to use it as ramps. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And because I want to, I want to jump on my bike and do some backflips and all kinds of crazy, jumps. That's really what attracts me to like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. At least when I was younger.
For sure.
But yeah, I want to get buck with it. I want to get crazy with it.
They were talking about all the PFPs on that round table too, and that was an interesting discussion. We were talking about that new 6551 protocol because they were talking about maybe having the PFE soulbound, which think is a really bad idea. That means you can never, it's permanently yours. But using that 6551 protocol, you could make just like a membership, and then we got into it, and then they started talking about how maybe everyone will get a ZNS address, and that would be soulbound. And I think that makes a lot more sense. But the new 6551 protocol, basically turning your wallet or your NFT into a wallet and having the ability to kind of have other NFTs similar to compounding NFTs in that wallet that you can interchange. Like you could put on 20 different sweatshirts in a day. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, very similar to that ERC 7557. I think that's the one that I was looking at. That is like an open-ended on the front and on the back NFT where you can, just plug anything into it that you want. It's a wallet NFT. It's also, you can move it from platform to platform. I mean, there's a lot of really cool tokens out there that are being created just for the future of gaming, so specifically. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
So what did you like, Jaden, about the game or the
What?
racing game?
The Gran Turismo.
No, man, the one, the Wilder World one. You've been playing the Gran Turismo one, but this the Wilder World game trailer.
Oh yeah, I like that. I thought you said this you like playing. I was like, what?
No, no. So yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it.
well, that rig that we have set up, that it's got a lot of force feedback on that wheel, huh? Like it like kind of rips your hands out of like right off the freaking. I don't know when
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that thing's pretty sick, man.
I drove that and it was like, man, it was pulling me
It
left.
gave me a rug burn. It gave me a really bad rug burn.
That's because I made you do 100 races.
I know. I put like 50. I actually did like a round with like a custom race with 50 races, 50 rounds, and I won it.
Nice. That's right. I remember you coming down. You were all tired.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair for people who don't have rigs like that because I can't do the things with a remote control that Jaden was doing with that rig, dude. I mean, he was like drifting and he was taking turns super fast and just dipping, dude. Like those turns, just for him, it was nothing. And I tried it, and he taught me how to drift, and it was pretty sick. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get one of those rigs
there'd be huge
if I'm gonna do pink
advantages for
slips.
like pink slips. Yeah, I'm really
Yep.
curious how that's going to work because there's a lot of potential problems there. You know,
Well, I mean, yes and no. It's kind of like,
what if your internet
I mean, they're gonna
dumps?
have to work out the kinks. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of kinks that they gotta work out.
I
See,
just
like
have to
this right
set of
here, like
rules.
pulling up, and then the race starts. That's kind of like something that's kind of iffy right there. Like I want to sign a contract or something, prior. So I don't know. I
I
mean,
think that's what you do when you go to that when you go to that computer beforehand. She went to and was like selecting, and it said pink slips.
oh really? That's what it said.
Yeah. Hmm.
I thought that was the gas station. But yeah, you're right. Then the maps showed up,
Yeah,
and
she chose what
or
rate,
the Gway
what
station.
track, yeah, what track to go to, and all that. So I think at that moment,
Okay.
it's when the handshake happened. But
Okay. Cool.
yeah, yeah, but it'll be interesting to see because some of these cars are worth a lot of money, right? You're doing a what $2,000-3,000 race maybe. That's just for like the lower end cars. What about like a G1? We're starting to show off the Bmeta garage as well. Let's see here. Where is main cam? Boop. Where ocean? Guest cam. Huh. You are taking over the screen. Oceans, you there? Oceans. Oceans is not there. It's so hard when he's not in the studio. I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, no. We're going to be doing a lot of gaming with Jaden. Jaden, what were some of the different crypto games that you found the other day?
Oh, I found a couple on well, I went like on the like searched up crypto games. I went to Steam, but really couldn't find any.
Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back.
I got rugged.
You got rugged?
I got rugged again.
Tell you
Gotta
what,
figure
man.
this out.
I wonder what all these TV stations must have like 8 different internet connections at all times. You know?
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Tell me about that boat behind you, bro. What's going on there?
So yeah. So this is actually now that you say that, this is our second model that we've actually shown off. And I'm not gonna say the name of this one. As a matter of fact, I forgot the model name of this one. Actually, no, it's the YGB Meta. That's the one that we decided to name after our company. And yeah, it's in a metaverse. I'm not gonna say which one, but we are expanding, and we're about to do a shake hands here with this metaverse and do a little something fun and social media, aspect of things, kind of like bridge people over from Discord and Twitter and bring them into the metaverse. So we find ourselves in that situation where we are, onboarding Web3 people from, Twitter and actually X now and Discord into the metaverse. So we're going to start doing that. This is just one of the metaverses that our yachts are going to be in. We have 2 to 3 other metaverses that you're going to see our yachts and our marinas. And, as we build this company and as we, build our NFTs, we're kind of seeing the opportunities arise where, we will be multi-chain, we will be multi-metaverse, and you're going to just see our yachts just all over these metaverses.
And what a great
And,
portal in
it's
the
almost like
wilder
we're
world when they're
becoming.
ready too, right? Being able to like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because
But
our
it's
marina
almost
is the
like we're a
portal,
dealership.
right?
We're almost like a yacht dealership, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be selling these things in a different way than other NFT projects have been sold. So if you want to flex your muscle in the metaverse, you're going to be wanting one of these. They are bad AF.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. And, the utilities are starting to get built out as well, being able to just, have a good time with your loved ones inside the yachts and share experiences and order food and watch movies and play games. Another pretty interesting, in the last week that's come out is the Apple Vision Pro will come out in January or approximately around that time. We have been assigned a dev team. This is, looking like it's going to move forward to where they build it out in Unity. So just another platform, another place for people to see our yachts, and another place for us to find more wilders in the future to, portal them into Wilder World. We see our marinas as the place to really bring everyone together in a way, and a place to take people places as well. B Marina is being built in a few different places right now, and those are utilities of individual metaverses. We have our own native Bmeta utility as well, which will have a lot more expanded utilities because not every metaverse is going to want to have your boat as a marketplace or allow you to do certain things in their metaverse. So it really depends on the rules. But initially we're going to be stationary. But Tom and the team is working on getting these assets completely gamified. There was a neat little video that was that came out the other day. I wonder if our audience would enjoy seeing that.
Which one?
Just the one that we showed the guys. Like it doesn't give away too much. It just shows the CAD drawings. Talks about just kind of like what we do, and
Um,
We could do that another
no,
show.
yeah, I think we should do it another
Yeah,
show because
or
I
we
think
could get one
I think
specially
you
made.
mentioned it was just for
Yeah, well, he didn't do everything I asked him to. He was supposed to show all the models, but that's okay. But I think it'd be cool just for the audience to see like the kind of work that
Well,
gets
here I'll
put into
show
these.
I'll show one of the models that we're working on. All right, so this is the YGB meta model,
Hold on here.
and
Go.
and then this is another one of our models. I think this is the
Hold on here for 1 second.
this
There
is
we go.
the Doge father, the EM Doge father. So you can
Look
kind
at
of
that paint
see,
job, huh?
yeah, it's actually it moves, man. It's animated. So here, let me show it again. And this one is for in collaborations with another metaverse and
Yeah,
a
that's
crypto
cool.
project, an NFT project. So yeah, these animated skins is something that we're working on, and
That's the new version 5.2 Unreal Engine, yeah.
yes, I think it is the 5.2, soon 5.3, but the glass really is the where it's gonna work a little bit better because they don't have metallic finishes on glass. So with the 5.3 upgrade, I think that's just gonna make these windows look even more badass because these are supposed to be diamond reflective mirrors on the side. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
yeah,
Pretty
and it
cool.
just sounds pretty cool as well.
Um, so the next thing that we're going to be focused on is really getting onboarded into these different metaverses, and pretty soon I think we're going to start having some like events, right?
Yes, well, that's kind of what I was talking about. It's the whole social media aspect of things, right? So um, the metaverse is just slowly going to evolve, and there's going to be a lot of Web two, you know, integration, which I think is just, you have to integrate Web two, right? And to connect, at least the way I vision it is, Web two is the internet, right? And all everything that's on the internet is going to slowly start to integrate itself into Web three. So us being, early investors and just involved in all of this, we're going to be one of the first ones, to be, practicing in these metaverses. We're going to be doing yacht parties, and we're going to be bringing in communities and having them just hang out and be able to talk, chat, and play in these worlds. So we're like we're we're like the practice of the metaverse, right? We're all practicing in what's being
Yeah,
built,
exactly.
and we're all building it together just because we're involved.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think as we take a look out there, we had a crazy meeting the other day with another group, and not everyone out there is promoting or marketing and letting everybody know what's going on. We just happened to run across this one group. Their CEO is a Harvard medical doctor, and their COO had was a from United Nations. Like it was pretty wild. The depth of their management team, and they have so much stuff already built, but they're just not releasing it, and they refuse to sell any NFTs until they have a operational model or any land drops. And I thought that was pretty cool, and it makes me wonder how many other projects out there are kind of like sleepers.
Yep, I agree. They haven't marketed at all, and very similar to Wilder World's approach, just letting you know their builds talk for themselves, their NFTs talk for themselves, their devlog, their gameplay trailer, just put it out there, and that's your marketing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things I'm most attracted about Wilder World is how organic it is, and they're just not spending any money. um and that's also similar to how we're doing it, right? We haven't promised anything. We're just developing and building, and when we launch, we're going to launch it the best way possible, and we're going with the flow, right? We're going with the flow of the market, and this market is ever changing. So yeah, we're evolving with it.
Seems like we're going to be getting close to at least doing some beta testing here soon.
Yeah, but definitely. um we're definitely going to be doing some beta testing, and that's exciting, because we're doing it for our project, and we're doing it for other metaverses as well. And just we're not a huge Twitter community, and we're not a huge YouTube community yet. We're working our way there, but we are involved in several communities, and we're going to be inviting everybody over that you know that we know, that we follow. Then if you're on Twitter, you're on Discord, and you guys see, hey, um, we're about to jump onto this metaverse over here. Come join us. Come check out the yachts. Come check out the future of what the metaverse is. Then let's do it. And that kind of stems back to what we're doing with the proof of community for Bmeta yachts, um, and the whole bitmap theory. So we're assigning historical Bitcoin transactions to our community members. It goes into their ordinals wallet, and they become part of our community with an actual number. So the number of our bitmap is 291,795. The reason we chose that one is because it has 256 transactions that we can fractionalize and gift to the community. So
So
we
each
also
transaction's like a parcel.
exactly. So um, eh, so our yacht collection is 256. We're gonna have 256 ordinals, right? And we decided to go the ordinal route as well as the Ethereum route, because I mean NFTs on Bitcoin to me is kind of like a given, right?
Sure.
So
I mean, it's almost
even
$1
though there's
trillion worth of Bitcoin.
exactly, so I mean, even though it doesn't have smart contract capabilities, at least not yet, um, that that whole market and that whole industry is getting built on. So they've already come out recently with a DeFi protocol on Bitcoin, which is pretty cool, and just the building on top of Bitcoin, I think, is kind of like surprising me because you're going to be able to build Web 2 style um, metaverses on Bitcoin, and using the whole TCP/IP of what the internet is and
Yeah.
how it communicates with each other. And that communication is something that is not readily available right now for metaverses. So, on the internet, you can pretty much communicate with, you know, anybody. And I think using that standard is huge, and being able to put that on Bitcoin is huge. So there's a lot of exciting things going on here.
Yeah, that Bitmap Island looks really cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty fresh. So getting back to the whole the proof of community that we've created. I mean, I think we're one of the first ones on Bitcoins to create proof of community, which is pretty exciting as well. If we're not the first ones, and just so we're giving out 256 parcels to with the same amount of yachts that we're going to have as ordinals, and we're just slowly going to be building some really amazing community members that we have out there that are just really backing us up, and they're super interactive, and we appreciate that, and yeah, those pretty much everyone in our community that has reached out with that ordinals wallet has a parcel from 291,795.bitmap, and real soon you'll be able to inscribe onto those parcels. So not only do you have an identification number, right, for our community, but you're also going to be able to inscribe things. Maybe we'll inscribe the yachts into those parcels, and one day you'll wake up and you'll have your yacht into that parcel. But there's a lot of different things that
I just put our
are being
Discord link.
developed.
If people want to jump in our Discord, they can then reach out to you and or myself and get some information on how to get their Bitcoin wallet set up, and get you the tap route so we can go ahead and airdrop them their parcel. And then once you have that parcel, you're locked in for one of those 256 ordinals. And I like how we're starting off slow. Like we have a whole nother collection that's almost done. 4,000 yachts that are all beautiful. I think we have 10 models, and I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. And but we're just not going to drop something just to drop it. We want to have a reason And these are some of the finest digital assets to ever hit the space. I mean, these are in real life design yachts that cost $1 million to $2 million just to design each one of these vessels, and they're all designed by Ivan Rivadecki. He's a world class yacht designer, and as we kind of strive forward, he's going to be even working on more futuristic things. All his boats right now, they had to float, they had to have plumbing, they had to have electrical. And what a job from the CAD drawings to get them engine ready, because you got 20,000-30,000 mesh layers is too much for the Unreal Engine, and so we had to strip all that down, get all the orientations right, get the materials right. But we've done that now, and we're creating processes for scaling and replication. And so as that happens, we're just going to release more and more. But I think ordinals right now, we're still in this such early phase that it's a monumental thing. It's definitely part of history. We're inscribed in the first 1 million, and now with the bitmaps, what a cool idea. I think that's going to really catch fire, because any metaverse is going to have some way of land ownership and keeping track of it, and rebuilding the amount of transactions that are currently available that can be inscribed. It would be a huge task. I think Wilder World's doing it, or trying to, or going to. Maybe they want to take a look at bitmaps, because you could be a Ethereum based metaverse and still utilize bitmaps as a layer for assignment of ownership, because all it is taking in consideration all of the previous transactions that have ever happened. And what you can do is
ownership, security, and value.
Exactly. And you can actually assign that ownership by inscribing it into the blockchain. And it's very nominal fees to do that. I think a new inscription is right around $3 or $4 or $5 to actually just inscribe it. Once you inscribe it, you permanently own that block or that transaction forever. And you can transfer it to someone just like an NFT. And it's smart. It's just an easy way to keep track of ownership. And right now I think there's about 810,000 blocks, or 801. There's a new block mined every 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, just the fact that you're talking about, Bitcoin, NFTs, and oh, my camera shut off. I mean, it's just exciting that there's so much being built on Bitcoin.
No,
So
for
it's
sure.
like early times Ethereum NFTs,
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I think too, like I said, I don't think that the bitmaps has to be so focused just on Bitcoin projects. It would be not very difficult to add a layer of ownership where it just utilizes that platform to assign ownership. And with some of these, some of these blocks have quite a few like parcels, right?
Yeah, some of them have thousands.
Right. So, in the case of Wilder World, how many pieces of land were they going to do? Like 18,000, right? Something like that.
Oh man, I have no idea.
They
Maybe
only need
somebody in
like,
the community can help us out with
yeah,
that. With that
they'd
answer.
only need like 10, 15 blocks. You know what I mean? And that would be enough to assign ownership. And then right there, that would be their ledger. And you think about the time it will take to build out with that kind of security. No one's ever hacked Bitcoin. No one's ever gone back in and changed transactions. And so because of that, it really provides a really solid place that people believe in and depend on. Because, if you buy a house, you got to get a deed, right? It gets registered with the town, and you got zoning and all this stuff. That infrastructure is built in. It's there. And I think we're going to see an explosion in this. I mean, look, 8 weeks ago, you could get one of these for $1, and some of them have already sold for a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It is crazy. But now look, what's interesting is like some of the properties are like pizza, or like
The traits, you mean?
the Nakamoto. Let's say like,
That's more for trading purposes, but
Yeah.
they do hold historical significance.
yeah, well, that's kind of cool though, you know what I mean?
It is. Yep.
Like I got what's the one that I got? The uncommon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got an uncommon.
That's
you got
like
one with a
one in
pizza Satoshi.
2.35 billion transactions is an uncommon.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick.
So, they
Yeah,
say
they're also like saying, that they're punks. That some of them look like punks, and they're kind of, that's, they're kind of selling it that way. So, it's for trading and for degens and whatnot. But yeah, when it comes to like the actual historical aspect of it, it is definitely the satributes is what they're called, and the first block mined by Satoshi, or the first transaction to Hal Finney, like yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, and personal for us as well, because the transaction where I minted our first yacht, the Meta Yacht Nakamoto, I'm looking for that transaction. I want to own it. I want to own that parcel. I want to own that transaction because to us it's historical and it's meaningful. So
Absolutely.
imagine how many other people out there would be like, man, I wish I had you know, I owned this transaction that I did. Just that right there is pretty significant.
For sure. And these sats, really what they are is they're the smallest denomination of Bitcoin that's recorded on the blockchain. And so you can inscribe these sats, and one sat actually represents 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. And so it was named as a pseudonym, named after the creator of Bitcoin, obviously Satoshi Nakamoto, which, funnily enough, our BTC yacht, that
I think
gold
it's
yacht.
1 million.
Uh, you're right. Yeah, excuse me.
Maybe you're right.
No, I think it's one. I think it's 100.
Yeah, 100 million.
Yeah, 100 millionth of a
Yeah,
Bitcoin. Yeah.
you're right.
So that's because it's so inexpensive, and it gives you the ability to actually inscribe something permanently on the blockchain. The ownership there's just no denying, and once it's inscribed, it's inscribed. Now, what's kind of neat is that then it starts to act like a smart contract, doesn't it? Right, in a certain way, because you can transfer it. It's pretty cool.
Can build on it. That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally projects out there that are building worlds on these transactions,
Yep.
which I was blown away. Like that Bitmap Island, like those guys have been working for a while. It looks like, and that's Unreal Engine 5, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So where are they storing everything though? That's what I got. Because you only get like so many megabytes on your
Yeah.
transaction. There must be like a pointer file or something.
Well, I mean, they're also using other blockchains as well, so they kind of maybe are using this as a foundation layer,
Right.
um, and then using another blockchain for transactions and whatnot.
Sure. Solana's been really active lately. I don't know if you've been watching.
Yep. They've been pretty steady. I've just been looking at how many developers are growing in that ecosystem, because I think that's really what tells you what the future holds for for those blockchains. How many developers are getting you know building on top of it and just getting involved. Right now, kind of like how the NFTs and the ordinals have taken a huge share from other NFT blockchains, like Solana, Avalanche, and Polygon, for example. The same with the developers. A lot of the developers are now jumping on to Bitcoin to just start building, and that's one of the metrics I like to see for any investment that I'm going to make.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we've seen incredible growth over the last 8 weeks. We just missed that first 800,000. People were just minting them in the thousands for $1 each, and now they're selling them for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 or more. So, like I said, some of these transactions have gone for an entire Bitcoin, which is insane.
Insane. I mean, yeah, I don't even know the multiples of that, but yeah, I mean, you're easy
Thousands to
making
one.
if you're able to mint. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about anymore because they're actually minting now at around $5, but you're able to get a 2x off a mint and a quick sell. But I mean, if you bought in at $1 and you sold at 200, that's a 200x right there, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no doubt. And there's a bunch selling for that amount.
yep.
So I think the one I picked up was like that uncommon. I'm hopeful that, because I was reading that the theory is that these transactions will be worth more than the Bitcoin itself in the future.
Well, there's a lot less supply of blocks, right? But there's a whole lot of parcels within them. So
Right.
it all depends on how early those blocks are, I'm guessing, and when they start developing on it, um, that's where the real value is going to come in.
For sure.
So yeah, next bull run is going to be. It's probably going to do the exact same thing that's happened with NFTs on Ethereum, with the next bull market. And right now it's a perfect time to start scooping these up because there's not a lot of people in the market. Once this gets hype, it's gonna explode. It's gonna do like a you know 2000x probably, and then it's gonna fall 95, 99% to the floor, and then do the whole thing all over again. But that volatility is what hopefully makes us rich.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I think also just being ahead of the curve. I think it was awesome that our very first yacht was a BTC yacht, and that's for sale. I think for 21 Bitcoin right now, and I know someone eventually is going to pay that.
Well, I mean, it's 21 Bitcoin just because that's what we felt like putting in. We're not really selling anything of our collection right now, but if anybody really does want to spend that kind of money, hey, go for it. But it's not really for sale because nobody's going to pay 21 Bitcoin for it right
not
now.
today, no.
Right. But but yeah, it's just it's
You
out
never
there
know, though.
just in
You
case it
never know. You
happens.
can wake
Yeah,
up,
that's why it's listed.
You know, crazier things have definitely happened in the market. So
For
I
sure.
think that's certainly possible. Um,
Before we
So-
forget, we need to tell them that we're on Spotify.
oh yeah, that's right. Do you hear
Yeah,
that?
man.
He
Go
got us on
ahead, tell us.
Spotify. Yeah, tell
Tell us,
us.
Jaden.
Somewhere else too. It's coming, right?
Yeah. Later this day, I'm gonna also put it on Apple Podcasts.
Sweet.
Yeah, we
People
are.
can be
We are
driving their
growing our
car
audience.
and yeah, people are driving their car and they can listen to us talk smack.
Yeah, we're growing our audience pretty quickly now. We've never actually so we've never done the button that like lets our audience know that we're live. We're so new to this stuff and learning all this stuff, but we're gaining about 200 followers a day that are actual engaged listeners. Most of our stuff is rewatches. I think the most amount of rewatches is the original Pet Liger interview. I think it's got 35,000 rewatches. But we've had thousands of hours of watch time. And we're actually getting close to monetization, but we're about to hit the 30,000 subscriber mark, and I think starting in the next couple weeks we're going to start sending invites to all those people right before the show, and so I would expect then for our live numbers to really go up as well. But yeah, it's been a steady progression forward. It's anywhere from 100 to 200 new subscribers a day. I think if we get on Spotify and Apple Podcast, we can really start to grow our community. And look, that's just more people that we can onboard into Bmeta, more people we can onboard into Wilder World. That's really the whole point of the Bman Wilder Show, is just spreading the word,
Late night show might be showing up in a metaverse near you as well too, right?
Yeah, that's definitely happening. Yeah, for sure. I think
That's exciting, man.
I think
We're
maybe
gonna
by
be
the
one
end
of
of
the
the
first talk shows in the metaverse, man. Think about it.
yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're
With
literally
avatars and shit. I mean, this is gonna be sick.
we're there. We're look. I'm going to LA this weekend. We're locking up the deal this weekend, and their theater is kick ass. We've done a whole walkthrough on what they have, and it's pretty significant. I thought I was so impressed the other day that there were tools to build stuff, and then you could go walk around it, and like you're building stuff in the metaverse with someone else. Those guys, they've done a lot of good work.
I need my Unreal Engine files for my WAPE because we're gonna be walking around this metaverse
I know.
in our avatars. So, Frank, Neo, I need the UE files.
Neo agreed to come on the show.
Represent Wilder World.
He said he'd go on the show the other night, so I'm going to try and book him for next week. Caspa, that's on you. Verify
No,
in the
put it
general.
on
He
her.
said he's in. So we won't grill him, I promise.
we we know they're busy. We don't want to bother too much.
No, but it'd be nice to get him on the show. I'd love to hear his story though, right? Like just how he ended up here. I'm sure he's got a really interesting journey, and would love to hear all about it. But I had a great conversation with him. I was up all night like a few nights ago, and he showed me a bunch of stuff and just sent videos, and he loves to share stuff. I love at like 3 a.m. Neo is the best. He he's definitely keyboard happy.
Yeah. No, you're funny, man, because you're up like 3 times up at night. You're on Discord, giving your baby milk, talking with Neo all at the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was walking around watering in the middle of the night while I was on Discord.
What a freak.
I have so many plants. Oh, man.
Awesome.
Finally putting all that stuff on a drip system, so I don't have to manually do it anymore.
It's about time.
Yeah, I know.
We're at an hour. You want to play some musica?
Yeah, play some musica. We'll close the show out, and everyone have a great day. Starting next week, we're gonna have gaming with Jaden. He's gonna start streaming, capturing different crypto video games, seeing kind of what's new in the market, and just look, play to earn games are gonna become more and more prevalent. And I think that having those games interconnect into what we're doing is going to be the way to go. So as we drop our yachts into all these different places, we're hoping to be able to portal all those users right over to Wilder World. So let's play some music. Let's see here. What do you think?
What's your maybe the real Frank Wilder? That's a good one.
We played that kind of recently.
Play one of the Latin ones, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
From Zero to Infinity.
From Zero to Infinity.
No, man. From Zero to Infinity. We're in Miami. I hope you brought your Trinity.
Wait a second. You know what? I think I have let's see. I think I have that in actual video.
Pals Beasts.
I think I have that in the actual video.
Up and down. Oh, cool.
That's not it. That's not it. All right. That is not it. I have that new music machine coming in, just an iPod, so we can do this, because I'm going through all my... Oh, here we go. Zero to Infinity. We're in it.
Video or?
No.
Musica. All right.
Musica. Club Zero. Find it on the Bmeta plots. Check out our Twitter, at Bman Wilder. Check out we're displaying all 67 of our whips. We're going to get to 100 by the end of the year.
From the fifth
All right, everyone have a great day. Everyone have a great night. Everyone keep doing the best what they do, and look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Peace and love, Wilder World.